Hi everyone, my name is Glenda with SureFit Designs. You know, the goal or concept of SureFit Designs is that we want to conform the pattern to your unique body shape and size and not the other way around. We know that many of you, particularly my women, have larger bust lines than backs, and so they need more fabric to go around the front of their body than they do in the back of their body. Well, again, with SureFit Designs, this is incredibly easy to deal with because we take your body measurements and we use, or you use your body measurements, I should say, you use your body measurements on a master pattern that has been graded according to your body measurements. So let's just take an example where you're 44 inches around, but you know that the majority of your 44 inches is in the front of your body because you're maybe a D or a double D or larger bra cup size. And so you need more fabric in the front than you do in the back. Well, I'm going to show you how easy that is to deal with using the SureFit Designs shirt kit pattern. This is actually our dartless pattern, so it does mean it can work for both men and women, but you've got the bust line, and so let's tell you how to move some of that ease to the front of your pattern. Now, with the SureFit Designs shirt kit pattern, once you've got the back and the front drawn off, and if you were to take your measurement, and again I'm going to use an example of 44 inches, the shirt pattern is going to give you about 5.5 to 6 inches of ease. So totally your pattern in the bodice area would measure 50 inches. Well, let me show you how easy it is to give some of that 50 inches or a little bit more of it to the front than to the back. So at the neckline, you would use whatever your chest or bust measurement is. In this case, I'm assuming a 44-inch chest or bust measurement. And I use that at center back and at the neck point. And then if you need to shorten or lengthen the shoulder, you would do that at this time. And of course, the instruction book tells you completely how to do this. Now, in the back bodice, however, when you come down to the underarm, here is where you will not use your 44 measurement, but rather 1 dot smaller. So you would go to the 43. And as we take a look at the front of the pattern, once again, you would use your 44 dot at the center front and at the neck point. And of course, if you shortened or lengthened the shoulder in the back, you would shorten or lengthen the shoulder in the front the same amount. But now at the underarm, which is your full bust area, instead of using the 44 dot, now you're going to use the 45 dot. So in the front you've used the 45, and in the back you've used the 43. And when you add it all together and divide it, you know that you're going to end up with 44. So you've maintained the integrity and the intention of the pattern, but you've given more of that fabric to the front of the pattern. That's how easy it is to do. Now, you will need to address your waistline area because, again, you want to maintain the same shape on the side seams and the integrity of the slope and the angle. So let's assume that your waist was 38 inches around. On the back pattern, you'd use your number 37 waist measurement dot, and on the front, you'd use the 39. Again, added together, divided in half equals 38. We've just given more of it to the front of your body so that those side seams maintain the same shape and angles. Now, what does this do for the sleeve? Well, if you have shortened the back arm side by 1 dot, you must do the same for the sleeve. You've extended the front out 1 dot, you must do the same for the sleeve. So now we'll take a look at the sleeve pattern. This is the back of the sleeve pattern. And here in the back, I have used the 43 dot, and I've just blended up to the 44 dot at the sleeve cap. And in the front of the pattern, I have blended down between the 44, 44 and a half, 44 and a half to 3/4 out to the 45 dot at the front of the cap on the sleeve pattern. So then the other thing that I need you to do when you finish drawing off your sleeve pattern is make sure that your side seams have maintained the exact same length. And that's easy to do. Just take your pattern and fold it in half, and then if you do need to refine the length of one to the other, and you likely will because of the angle of the grading dots, you would just raise up 1/8 of an inch on the short side and lower down 1/8 of an inch on the longer side seam. But ultimately, what your goal is to get exactly the same side seam length. Another thing that you'll likely want to check is the stitching line on the cap compared to the stitching line on the armholes. And the reason is that when you're shortening or lengthening the shoulder, or maybe you scoop that armhole out for a narrow upper chest, when you start modifying that armhole, you want to make sure that your sleeve and your sleeve cap is going to have enough length. So make sure that you stand your tape measure on edge, measure the stitching lines on the sleeve cap, compare it to the front and the back armholes, and modify that stitching length if you need to. But that's how easy it is to take more fabric from the back and give it to the front. Now you can do that obviously with the shirt pattern as I've shown you. You can also do that with the dress pattern and the pants pattern. So for this and other informative videos, just go on over to the SureFit Designs Learning Center and click on the video library, because there you're going to see all kinds of helpful videos to get you one of the best fits possible for your unique body shape and size using SureFit Designs.